Mid yawn.
Yawn.
Mid yawn.
Yawn, man.
Mid yawn.
Yawn.
Yawn min.
Yawn. Min yawn.
Minion?
Mid.
Did you just call me a minion?
Did it sound that way?
It did.
Did it feel that way?
It did. I am short.
I'm sorry, I called you a minion.
You look more like a minion than me with your green. Well,
You got me this shirt.
Minion.
I'm sorry, I love.
Minions are
I
yellow.
don't care
They're
what
not,
you say.
Look, you're a sick minion.
You have gotten.
An ill minion. A minion.
I feel bad.
With a stomach ache.
I'm sorry. Here,
A minion, a nauseous minion.
But
the green is nauseous minion.
Boop. Can we have another take?
Nauseous
please?
minion
Can we
green.
start this video again? All right, listen.
We cannot.
I have to. I'm sorry, I called you a minion.
Pukey minion.
I was just mid yawn. Mid yawn.
Like filet mid yawn?
No, when you said
Did you
mid
call
yawn.
me a little piece of steak?
You said mid yawn. And I was like, mid yawn? And I was like,
Look,
minion?
Isn't it funny how the mind can tell you things and like make it sound like somebody's being mean to you and they're really not?
Yeah. Is that a trigger for people?
Mind, yeah. First of all, we have a zoo, and what's happening in our zoo at this
We're learning something really new.
we have Craig, who is 136 pounds of lovin'.
Yeah.
Who is now best friends with Michael Jamie Foxx, who is a good 2 pounds of lovin'. Kinda. Kinda, I said. I meant that.
Kinda, yes, she really did.
He's precious.
He is.
My arms look like I have a kitten. You ever get a kitten and you like, shit, my arms are, I look like I've been taking a razor blade to my hands.
You know, I'm gonna admit something. I'm going to admit. I was a little terrified of getting him again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Him again?
Getting
another one.
Getting him again. It's almost like we got blessed with the same one.
With the same one.
The
Same parents.
Well, the temperament is very similar,
Same.
right, to what we were experiencing and even coming now. Now we've had him 3 weeks,
Yeah.
which is longer than
We're about to go
Smokey.
on a month.
But here's the thing. I was wrong. And I want to admit where I was
This
wrong.
is being recorded.
Yes. As a matter of fact, this is going to be recorded. It's going to be out there. But and I'm happy I'm
I don't know
wrong.
if I was
Have you ever been wrong and been happy about it?
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I'm
Yeah.
happy about it.
Yeah.
Because you really can't practice presence unless you're present. And he makes you present.
Oh yeah, there's no choice. You have to be on your P's
Now,
and Q's.
I don't know if you've ever watched anything with
Yeah.
pet foxes, but they literally will understand you a period of time. You can watch videos where you can actually have conversations.
I'm gonna try to get him
But
over
he's
there.
always
Come here.
present. So whatever you're doing, if you're in your head about anything,
Come here, buddy.
not so much with him.
Come here, MJ.
That's not good.
Come here, say goodbye. Or
Come
say
here,
goodbye.
buddy.
Say hi to everybody.
Come
MJ.
say hello. Say,
Oh,
Mommy, do I
MJ.
have to keep wearing my
He looks so
harness?"
much bigger now, doesn't he?
Hi, baby.
Oh.
Do you want to see Mommy?
Don't he look sweet
Give
right
Mommy.
now?
Yeah, give Mommy. Oh, well, there's Mommy for you.
See what we're talking about?
If you're not present. So, anyway.
And the funny thing is, he thinks he's playing, and he is.
He is playing.
And he is, but those little things are sharp.
And see, the thing is that's the way they... Listen, that's the way...
Did you see me? Because you never know around here what the hell it is that's going to jump on you or
What
be
you're about
thrown
to-
at you.
or
We
what
could
you're
just
about
be
to step
sitting
in,
here in the
or-
line of fire and a stuffed animal come flying across the room, ping us right in the face. Cameron's got a black eye right now.
He knew I wasn't being present today, and he zoomed across the room, came over, and jumped up at me, smacked the TV on, and took off. And I looked at Sherry and said, "That's the 4th time he's done it." And she said, "He's done it 4 times, then I guess you better leave the TV on." I said,
Look,
I
everybody
don't
was
know.
gone a few minutes ago. Cameron had some friends over, and they went over to the park to play some wiffle ball because that's what kids are supposed to do instead of being at home on the internet all the time. And we've instilled that.
Cameron got popped in the
Cameron
eye.
got popped in the eye. So he was gone. And one of his friends is driving, right? So he had a set of keys with the lanyard, and all of a sudden I saw this baby fox fly across the floor, carrying that lanyard with them keys behind me. And I heard it jingling, and I was like, what are you doing? And he snuck real quick, fast as lightning, and under the table. So I had to maneuver myself where my hands could get under the table, and the whole time he's going, "Arr." So I reach under there, I grab the keys, I put them back on the duffel bag. The kids had them on. When he come back in, the keys were gone again.
Yep.
They were in his little, he's got like a little donut tunnel thing.
Yep.
And he's like in the little donut tunnel.
I got the donut hole thing because I knew we needed to find where his hiding place would be, and I knew that would probably be the best. He's digging back there, which means he's going to choose something at some point to take and put in there. We're just not sure of what that's going to be.
Thank God the top unzips off so we can look in it instead of
Let me tell you, we're bonding with this fox in a very beautiful way, just like Mike, just like Craig, just like Gemma, just like the bunnies, just like when you're, I just feel like we're nature.
Yeah, for sure. We, listen.
And we understand.
We had a very super impactful retreat here a couple weeks ago. Interesting enough, Mike was transitioning during the retreat. So it was a really neat experience to watch. The girl that we had in for the retreat, just her soul was beautiful, and the way she was nurturing him, and he would look up and smile, and bless his heart, he didn't pass while she was here, but she really nurtured him and showed him love and sent him out with a bunch of love. When I think about Mike now, I don't cry or I don't feel like, oh gosh, Mike's gone. I don't feel that anymore. I don't feel that heaviness, that grief anymore, because now I can reflect on the amazing journey we gave him throughout his life and in his transition. Lee and I, we waited a little too long. We probably should have done it a week before. He wasn't suffering. I made sure of that. And but he just couldn't move. So we played nursing home for about a week and had to change him and take care of him and make sure he was drinking and making sure that he was eating something. And Mike in his last days lived it up. He had some chocolate, he had some hamburgers, and the day before he had a great big old steak. And the whole point of that was we, as his masters and as his family, I was here, Lee, Ron, Lee's brother Mo, my mom came in for a little bit. We ate hot dogs and hamburgers while he had big old steak. And that was on purpose. That was on purpose. It was out of honor to him that he was the king of the table that day. He got a steak while we, as his humble servants, which is what we were, servants to him.
Because he served us?
He served us. And so we sent him out with so much love. Everybody said goodbye last Monday, and then Tuesday it was just Lee and I by ourselves. And we held him, and the vet left, and he left him here with us for about another 45 minutes before the Faithful Companion Company came. And fortunately, it was two smaller girls, younger girls, and we offered to help move him onto the stretcher and rope him or secure him down and covered him up with a blanket, and we helped carry him out to the van. That was very healing for me personally.
Me as well.
Just to put him in there. And and watch the door close. And that's what we needed. That's what I needed, anyhow. I needed that. And less than 24 hours later, they showed up at the door with a bag with Mike's remains. And we have him back with us, and his energy never left. He had a wonderful life. Y'all got to experience just a bit of it, and we got to so thankfully be a part of his life. So we'll miss him, and we'll have videos and pictures forever. Anyway, so
we will feel him always.
We will feel him always. That being said, we lost the baby fox in the fire last year. We'd only had him a week. So the breeder so kindly gifted us another one from the same parents a year later. And we are finishing out that journey. And that has been interesting, to say the least. You can watch him grow up here right on our YouTube channel. He also has an Instagram and a Facebook, and we'll put his links below. He is quite the spirit animal we have here. A couple things going on. If you have been through root camp, we are running Take Out the Trash root camp refresher. And it's an updated root camp refresher. Sounds like a Starbucks drink. Well, let's get a hold of Starbucks. We need a root camp refresher.
Is this the venti or the grande?
It's a venti.
It's a venti, not a grande.
It's a venti root camp refresher.
And what's tall? Never mind.
Tall's like this.
I'm just not touching that.
We didn't make up the Starbucks sizes.
No, we didn't.
So don't hate us. We didn't do it.
No, but I like that they decided to change and make it something different that not everybody had to follow.
Yeah, because if somebody goes in and orders a small,
Extra large.
they're like,
they're like, you want, and then they come up, oh, you want this, and they change the size.
Those are for us non-decisive ones. Do I want a big one or do I want a little one? You want a tall? You want a grande? What do you want? You can't say small, medium, or large.
No.
You can't, because why? They don't know what you're talking about. So the undecisive ones, those who like small, those who like large, but I kind of want both. I kind of want a small.
Okay. All right.
But I'd like a large.
Okay.
So I'll get a medium. They don't have that here. At Starbucks, anyway.
Truth.
There are size equations on the internet. You can look up Starbucks sizes versus regular sizes. Yeah, anyway. Well, I don't know why we're talking about Starbucks sizes. 13 minutes in, we ain't said shit.
Okay.
But that's fine. That's fine, because that's what
we've
the people
said
want.
some pretty.
Yes,
we have gratitude for all of you that reached out. Gratitude for all of you that did
for
say
sure.
For sure. Thank you.
So Lee and I were we were talking earlier, and I said we really should put that on video. I don't know what the hell's happening. And I don't remember exactly what it was we were talking about. But I know that I had just gotten out of a session with someone, and I had come upstairs because there was a major breakthrough. What? We have company.
I know she's.
Hang on. Let's just stare at her for a second. Just stare. We're not going to say anything. We're just going to stare and see if you get the bitching out that we get. Can we help you with something? Do you need something?
What, Jimmy?
Do you need something? Just go. Roo.
Just tell us what's up. Are you mad about something?
Do you got something to say? You want to say it with your chest?
Do you need to go outside? Do you want bites? I don't know what you want.
She's just smiling. She's just standing there smiling. It's kind of creepy.
All three are sitting here.
It's kind of creepy.
And I don't know what to say.
Like they're all three in front of us. Like, what's happening?
Okay, she laid down, so
Okay.
that must.
And hey, come here. Let's not.
Yeah.
He was about to jump on her. He's about to do it again. Let's not. Let's not jump on Gemma. How about that? Okay. Anyway.
Wow.
Let's bring him out.
We're still, so like we said, we got to be present.
15 minutes in,
we got to be present. Well, no, we've said a lot. So the root camp refresher, right?
Now we're not doing anything but playing.
The refresher.
Now we're just playing.
The refresher is beautiful, and it's right that it is it. Do you feel that it's the refresher is about how to put those feelings there that need to be there in order to have what we have? Or is it something different for you? Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you what root camp is for.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we can. Then you
Here's
can.
what root camp is for.
Okay.
Root camp was created for you and us, right? We are not teachers. We are students just as much as you are. Root camp was created so you can understand. You can understand.
Everything you hear at this point,
Yeah,
we saw it happen. We
it's,
knew how he got himself into it.
It's a zoo. Root camp was created so you can get some answers to it, why it is you act and react the way that you do. Root camp was created so that you can have that understanding of why you continue to repeat the same cycles over and over throughout your life. Root camp helps you to understand your actions and reactions. So why do I keep doing that? Well, we can help you out with that, right? Lee is amazing at connecting it all down. And a lot of times when we take a program like Root Camp and we get it. Now I see it. Now I see it. Now I see the pattern. Now how do I break it? And I wish it was as simple as saying it was your mom's fault or your dad's fault. It is not. So if you're thinking, well, it's just my parents' fault, not necessarily. There's a whole big puzzle. And there's lots of pieces, right? And Lee is real amazing at putting that. Lee is amazing at putting the puzzle pieces next to the border of the puzzle, so you have access to the pieces yourself to put them together. So then why would you need a root camp refresher, right? Well, because a lot of times we'll see a pattern and we're like, oh, well, I'm ready to change that. And we do. But for some reason, some shit keeps creeping back in. And when you allow one ant in, the whole anthill ends up in your house. And then you got all ants by the front door. They're crawling on your kitchen cabinets, and they're all up in your brain and everything else. I think they get up there. Don't they crawl up your nose and stuff? You ever hear an ant? You ever feel an ant crawl in your brain? I feel it all the time. Just ants crawling in my brain. I think they crawl up my nose at night.
You've coined stand stiller. Now we have ant
Ant
mind
healer.
eater, ant mind healer, ant
healer.
ant healer, an ant
Like
healer.
an ant hill.
An ant healer.
An ant
you
healer.
heal all the ants in somebody's mind. Okay, fair enough. I can see
No,
it.
I don't feel ants in my brain, you weirdos. But
No, but I think your analogy
right.
really hit home.
But
you
it
know
feels
what I mean?
like that.
It does.
It really does. It feels
really-
like, damn
and you
it, there
can't
was
get-
one ant.
Just when you got rid of one ant,
Roaches
now there's all
too.
of them. Yeah, and it's
Teenagers, they're like roaches. Where there's one, there's 100 of them.
just there is.
And when you kill one, they all come back. They all come back with a vengeance.
That's how.
I mean, I don't know. We've tried to put Cameron out multiple times. He just won't stay. And when he does, he comes back with more.
Multiply.
And
They all multiply.
I really do. Yeah, but, you know, a lot of times we find ourselves back in those patterns, right? Or we find that there's something going on in our life that is bringing up emotions, feelings that we thought we had put into healing. So there. So we're doing that, and it went out to our mailing list earlier first. So if you're not a part of our mailing list and you would like to be, put a comment under this video with your email address and we'll add you. How about that? You get all the specials first. Sometimes you get specials that the general public don't. Our root camp special might be different online than it is for our email and for our members here on the YouTube channel. Members are always going to get things first, same time as the mailing list, because members are on our mailing. So there, that being said, we were talking earlier about union, right? Lee and I are obviously in union. And what do you want? Why do you...
I don't know what you need me to do.
Why do you not talk to us until we're doing
And
something?
you just come up and lay a toy on. See, this is why we're not normally online. We're getting bullied. What can I do for y'all? Well, Gemma, you're gonna have to wait till we finish.
It's a box.
You're gonna have to wait. Can you wait till we're done?
Can you give us a second?
Thank
you.
Please.
Is there something else you'd like to say? No. Okay. Anyway, so as I was saying, as I was so kindly saying, Lee and I were talking about that earlier. We were talking about, would you please go feed her? That'd be helpful.
Okay.
Lee's gonna feed the dogs again. Not because they haven't eaten before. I mean, they ate last year. I don't know what the hell the problem is. We fed them on Tuesday. And it's only Monday. Why would they need to eat again? Actually, I think they've been overfed today. I don't know what the hell the problem is with them. Anyway, so union's an interesting word, right? You and I on the same page. You and I. Interesting enough, we were talking about, we know how to get to union, and we know how to stay in union. Because I promise you, half the population would have left him a long time ago. No. I should rephrase that. Half the population would have left me a long time ago. That's the truth. Because we did put each other through it. Y'all know. We did. But we've found the key in the escape room. Somehow we found it. And we know how to stay in the space of oneness. And it's interesting to me, this is what Lee and I were talking about, how you run into all of these programs, all of these healing programs on how to stay in union, how to get to union, how to stay in union. We've looked over a couple of these programs. And what did you feel from looking over programs of people that are trying to help people stay in union?
They give them tools to get there, but no tools to sustain it or even go deeper in it. As a matter of fact, the depth wasn't even there at all.
Not there at all.
And all of the patterning that you go into it with, if you don't do root camp, and even get the grasp of why we take you through it, it was just absent from every piece of work I've seen. And that's why people are dividing it up and creating the divorce, as they call divine and divine.
Yeah.
They
Running, chasing, there's
it's,
all
it's,
that
it
mess.
all would go away if you had this platform and this piece. It's like the big, huge piece of it all. You don't know how to exist in something that you've lived in your life in your head. You don't know how to see the roots of what's going to heal that.
Right.
And that's literally what I felt we discovered and have been able to really feel in what we have. Because if we're feeling it and living it, who's learning?
Navigating it. We're navigating. We're living
Yes.
it. We're navigating it. Like, we get holes in our boat sometimes. We do. We throw some Flex Seal on that bitch and keep on going.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we have to take a bucket and pour the water out of our boat. Bucket at a time. Bucket at a time. Right? But we know the right kind of bucket to use, the right size, the right color of bucket you need to use, all that stuff. We know the right bucket you need to use to get some of that water out of your boat. Like, we know the formula, the Flex Seal you need to cover the hole to get in the boat. I promise we're not affiliated.
also know-
we're not affiliated with Flex Seal at all.
We also know how to pull it up from the inside and then heal it from the inside so it doesn't go flat again. So there's two sides, and there's all these different levels of it, too.
And there's so many different things that you and I teach on and learn on. But when we're coaching specific needs and specific things, it could be anything from sexual abuse to sexual issues as grown adults, intimacy issues, self-esteem issues, self-worth, self-care, self-worth.
Not knowing how to communicate. The biggest.
Communication?
Communication was so broken among these connections that you're trying to have because you never learned to speak in connection.
Thought processes. All the thought processes. All the things that your mind tells you. Guilt, shame, miscommunication. Oh God, I could just keep going. Just keep on going. There's so much that the mind wants to tell you you're not worthy. Their mind wants to tell you that there's something wrong with you. And the mind wants to tell you what's wrong with you. It will not only tell you that there's something wrong, it'll tell you what's wrong. And it's usually wrong.
Yep.
Because there's a switch and you can just shut that off and you don't have to hear that noise anymore. That switch that Lee talked about way early on in our videos. Here goes another yawn. Once it starts, I can't stop.
I dismantled the switch. I know.
Yeah.
The switch was always the trigger.
Right.
And I don't know that it.
This switch is I think it's a little bit different. It's where you can switch in and out of. We did a workshop the other day on mind noise, or on
Thinking problem.
Thinking problem.
The thinking problem.
Thinking problem.
It's amazing. Everybody
And,
wanted to watch that, rewatch that, actually.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot
We
of
got
people
another
are.
one to send out. I forgot to tell you today.
Okay.
And the switch is switching off from mind thoughts to feeling. Now, we need our minds for certain things. When I say mind, I mean brain. We need our brains for certain things, like which way to turn,
Common
to
sense.
stop at a stoplight, right? The red octagon means stop, and the green light means go, right? The things. Turn the stove off when you're done cooking. Knowing how to make something for dinner, right? We're using our minds. That's fine. You need to. We're human beings. But there's a place of no mind noise, of just feeling, just being in that feeling. And that's the switch I'm talking about, right? Switching off from, okay, I need to drive, so I need to be cognitive of, is that the right word?
Mm-hmm.
Cognitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cognizance.
Happens to me.
Welcome to 9:30 p.m. on a freaking Monday night.
9:30. It's 10:14.
10:14.
Woo, I think it's 30 minutes. We're in. Is that? Oh yeah, I guess that isn't enough.
Right. I'm yawning. But you got to be aware of that, right? You got to have that. You need it to navigate. You need it to work. You need it to do those things, right? Look, but when we're home and we're in our environments and we don't want to do that anymore, we need to find that switch to shut it off. We can do that. It's pretty easy. We can help you find that.
Mm-hmm.
That really is the key. Almost everything. To almost every issue, to almost every problem, to almost every situation. Most oftentimes you're overthinking it. And most oftentimes it's just because you're thinking it. Before even the overthinking it comes, is that you're thinking about it.
Amen.
I don't know why, but I tend to hold on. When somebody says something to me, I learned at a very young age to hold on to it. Not hold on to it, but to remember, right? To remember what was said. And a lot of people don't live by that. Today I was called by a family member, a very close family member, who 4 years ago when I had my liver transplant, I heard a lot of, oh, I'm so glad I'm an organ donor. You know, it means all the more to me now since you've got an organ. And I'm just so glad that I'm an organ donor. Oh, and then I'm glad you are too. That's awesome. Thank you. I get a call today talking about I had to switch my driver's license and I'm now officially an organ donor. Oh, cool. Thank you. It's really cool, right? You didn't have to do that, but thank you, right? But my mind carries that information like, that was 4 years ago. Why would my mind remember, right? That's what minds do. They remember.
Well, you felt something into what they said.
I did. I felt it. I felt something into what they said.
Now that feeling felt betrayed.
Years ago. Now it did. In a sense, I don't necessarily take that person's every word to heart.
Okay, then you felt that's typical.
And that's exactly what I felt. So it's so funny. It's so funny because Lee looked at me and he was like, so and so called, and I was like, yeah. Talked to him earlier. Anyway, so it's using my mind for pulling things up. I would never have pulled that up on purpose and said anything. I didn't say anything because what I mean. That the fact of the matter is that now it's official. And
I love the way you just said that though.
Yeah.
Can I compliment you on
Please.
something you just said?
Yeah.
I use my mind.
Mm-hmm. My mind don't use me.
Can you elaborate on what that means?
I use my mind so I know that 2 + 2 = 4, to go at the green light, to semi-stop when it's yellow, and to stop when it's red. Okay? Those types of things.
I flashed every time you probably drove my car.
It's a question on if there's a police officer behind you, do you speed up or slow down?
Okay. All right. So,
I mean, those are the things that I use my mind for.
Right.
Shutting off the stove.
How does the mind use somebody? Does it use somebody by telling them what the other person's doing?
The mind can use me by, you don't deserve that. You're not worthy. You don't need that. You don't deserve that. That was disrespectful. This person will never get it. That person will never get it. Oh my God, why is there so much drama? Why is she wearing that? You can't sit with us.
Good Lord. Do you believe that happens to people?
I believe that happens to people all the time, every day. Do I go left? Do I go right? What do I do? How about that? Oh no.
So that's their nature.
Yeah, because we're
that's why
taught.
that's why it's so
We're
easy
taught.
to be with this fox.
Use your brain, Sherry. Use your brain. I'm 7. How in the hell do I know how to do that? Use your brain. What are you doing that? Use your brain.
But aren't we connecting with the fox because we're not
head.
using our head. We're using our nature.
Right. Think like a fox.
Become a fox.
Become a fox.
Become a dog. Become a cat. Become a bunny. Become human
them.
being.
Yes.
Become. Okay.
By thinking like them.
By being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you little evil thing. Allowing your mind to use you is just as bad as allowing someone in the human being genre. I don't know, because there's different genres now, because there's aliens and all kinds of things now. And we don't know what we are. I don't know. I haven't been labeled yet.
An ocean. You're my ocean.
Oh, you're mine. I don't know. I don't allowing your mind to use you is being mind dominated. Your mind is dominating everyday life. Water bills due, electric bills due, cables off, turn off that light, toilet paper needs changed in the bathroom, cat litter needs done, groceries, what's for dinner, I don't have any gas in my car. Oh my God, all these things. How am I going to get through tomorrow? Yeah. How am I going to get through tomorrow? I don't have any clean clothes. I should have done laundry. What's so-and-so? Is so-and-so going to come over? Are they going to call? Why isn't he texting? Why isn't he answering me back? Why, when he answers me back, is he not saying things specific? Why won't she answer me back? Why am I blocked? I should block them. Why do I keep holding out hope? Why do I keep trusting? Why am I all that? It's mind dominance. Yeah, it's dominance.
It's so powerful listening to it because you don't realize how much that keeps you from love.
Yeah, I need that next drink. I need that next hit. I need that next cigarette. I need everything. You need that medication. You need it. Oh no, medication's coming off. Gotta take another pill. Mind. It's all your mind, right? You gotta snort another line. You're coming down. You gotta snort another line. You gotta drink another beer. You're not drunk enough. You gotta drink another beer. There's so much. Oh my gosh. One day, I'm not gonna have my parents. I'm not gonna have my aunts and my uncles. My grandparents are gonna be gone. Like our minds keep us so much in the past and the future. Whatever's going on in the now just gets left by the wayside, and that's usually where the love is.
It's always where the love is.
It is always where the love is.
I've never not found you there.
Yeah.
There's never been a time when if we were in the present, if we were bringing up shit from the past or the future, if we got present with each other, didn't we heal?
Yeah.
And we had to do that. We did that together.
We did.
Do you feel? I feel amazing that we were able, because I don't know many people that have ever done that. Matter of fact, I don't know anyone.
We cannot, will not, can't do it. I don't even like to use that word, but we just can't do it. We cannot, will not ever tell you that we can guarantee union. We can guarantee, now we can, if you go through root camp and you really pay attention, and we can help you break cycles. We can help you change the way you act and react. We can help you understand why it is you do. We can help you break those cycles.
And get back into the feeling so you can have connection.
Notice that I said, help you.
Yes.
We can't make it happen, but we can help you because we've done it. We've done it, and we've paved this little path, and we know how to get at least to where we're at.
Yes.
at least to where we're at.
And we've been here, putting it out here for everyone. So it's not like we're not giving you where we're at. We're not doing it in a cult fashion. We're not doing it to pull people in and make them believe. We're doing it because we believe in connection. And we believe everyone deserves connection. So I would tell you that is the mission for us, is to rebuild human being connection in this world. There's no other thing that we want to do more than that. That's what we feel like we're here to do. And there's so many ways we can do it. I mean, we've been granted this opportunity because somebody said yes. And she's been able to be here, sitting next to me still, loving me and doing exactly what we came here to do.
And speaking of saying yes, we're not going to keep y'all forever. Now, we've already been 40 minutes, so we're going to cut this off now. But before, I wanted to really share this with you guys, and if I can pull it back up. Anyway, most of you know that I got a liver transplant in 2021 in October, and my liver's doing okay. It's doing okay. We're in a little bit of mild rejection at this point, and we're going to work through it, and we're going to fight it, and we're going to do whatever we got to do. That's okay. We're going to hear more from the doctor tomorrow. We'll post an update. In the meantime, this Saturday, and I know that some of you are out of the country and most of you are out of state, but if you're in Ohio, it'd be great to have you personally, but we are doing the American Liver Foundation's Liver Life Walk. And I have a team of transplant survivors and some staff, and even the surgeon who performed my transplant is going to not only be walking but speaking at the event. And I could use your help finishing off. I'm going to show you my little page here. And it's got my goal right there and what we've made. We've collected 3,500, well, yeah, 3,585 of my goal of $5,000. Here are my teammates and people who have donated. I'm gonna put this link. We're gonna put this link at the bottom of this video, right? At the bottom or somewhere, wherever you put that. Yeah, at the bottom of this video. So if you would kindly make any type of donation, it doesn't matter. Anything will help me get my team to its goal. If you don't necessarily want to donate that way, I'll also have him post links to the Cash App, Venmo, and the PayPal will be there as well. And make sure you put Liver Life Walk or Liver Walk, whatever, and it'll go directly towards there, and you'll see it in the total. The walk is Saturday morning. Lee is gonna come and help me volunteer, and my son, and all kinds of people, but it's very near and dear to my heart. Our hearts. Yeah, it's very near. It's advocating for organ donation is how I honor my donor. So if you haven't registered to be an organ donor and you would like to in honor of my donor, you can go to registerme.org, fill it out, and there you have it. It's as easy as that. registerme.org. You don't have to put my name anywhere. It doesn't belong anywhere. This is you and your thing. But it's how I honor my donor, and I'll just forever somehow honor my donor throughout my life. So this liver walk is another thing that is helping me honor my donor. That being said, if you are interested in doing that of any kind, anyway, helping with the liver walk, anybody who donates to the liver walk from this video, right? If it's through the Liver Foundation or through us, your name goes into a drawing for a full root camp. A full root camp with Lee and I, a full root camp with Lee and I. So if you donate through the site, please email us or reply to this video, reply to a comment on this video. Comment on this video and let us know that you did in fact do that so we can put your name in the drawing. And the walk is on Saturday, so we'll do the drawing we'll do it on Monday because I don't know if it'll all will have calculated. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, a full root camp. That'd be awesome. Other than that, we are doing root camp.
Yes, we are doing root camp, 8 sessions for 11, 11, 11, 11.
11, 11, 11, 11. La, la, la.
Yes, 4 11s. 4 11s, right?
4 11s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's for 8 hours with both of us. It's not with one or the other. It's with both. So the refresher and just regular root camp right now is getting both of our attention. We want you to heal.
We want you to have what we have.
We really do.
We
Because
want the whole
look at
world
everything
to have
it
it.
keeps getting us. We're still going through all the things we've gone through, which we've seen people lose their twins, we keep going through it, and the connections thing stay. So why wouldn't we be here? And we really want to reach out. We really want to change everything. So thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. Anything you would like to add?
No. We usually end it with the whole organ donation spiel, but I already did that. So
I just wanted to make sure it still stays and that is very important. I'm an organ donor as well.
If you have any questions on how you can donate to this liver walk, you're having problems, then email us. Email us if you have questions. Email us if you want to talk to us. We're still doing free 30-minute sessions. So get a hold of us. This is why we're here. We want everybody to feel this. We want the whole world to feel what it's like. It's not perfect. We're human beings.
And that's what's beautiful about it.
Whiskers in the sink.
You're going to get something more pure.
Yes.
Because pure and connection don't need perfection. It just needs connection.
It needs the truth.
That's deep.
It needs the truth.
Yes. You can't have connection without the truth.
It just needs the truth.
And you cannot have truth without connection.
That's right.
They kind of go together.
And
like
we can
trust.
show you how to get that for yourself.
Absolutely.
With the person that you would like to have that connection with, whether it be...
With your vulnerability.
Right.
Not without it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for taking the time. And we'll see you guys soon.
Now that all the dogs are asleep, they're all passed out on the floor. The fox is over here in his little foxy bed.
Everybody ate,
sound
and
asleep.
then everybody went to sleep.
I mean, when I say he's in his foxy bed, y'all, let me take a picture of this. It's cute.
No. Would you
Oh,
like
yeah,
to just
you
take
can.
this?
We can-
Here.
I'm gonna turn this around. This little guy, he has him a little foxy bed over here, and he's just adorable. And
then Gemma's over there.
in his little foxy bed.
Craig's
and
in his...
Craig and Jim is in the floor. Yeah, he's got his little foxy bed, and he's asleep. You don't have to hand that back up.
Yep. So we love you guys.
We do.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share,
All
or
those
comment.
fun things.
And don't forget,
comment.
right here, we got you. See you soon.
Look, where's the camera?
Right there.